Life moves faster than we think. Not loudly, not dramatically, quietly. Most people don't notice it happening. They're too busy planning what's next. The next step, the next year, a life that's supposed to feel easier than this one. So we tell ourselves, I'll start living when something changes, when things feel more stable, when I make more money, when I feel less afraid. But here's what no one tells you. That time you're waiting for, it's coming anyway. A year passes, then another, and one day you realize life moved forward and you stayed right where you were. Time doesn't wait for clarity. It doesn't pause until you feel ready. It keeps moving, and it takes you with it. People don't miss life because they can't live it. They miss it because they keep waiting for the right moment, waiting to feel confident, waiting for circumstances to improve. But fear doesn't disappear before you live. It fades as you live. We spend our lives measuring ourselves against where we think we should be and the success the world told us to chase. That we need everything figured out first, a safe plan, reassurance from the people around us. And without even knowing it, we stop moving forward. We stop choosing. We stop living fully and settle for just getting through the days. God never asked you to wait for perfect. He never said live later. He said follow me. And following always involves movement. Most breakthroughs don't come after life settles down. They come while things are still uncertain, while you're learning, while the picture isn't complete, while questions are still unanswered. Living doesn't mean ignoring reality. It means not letting uncertainty decide your future. Some of you have been holding back because of where you are right now. A situation that didn't turn out the way you hoped, a loss that changed you, a season that humbled you. And while you've been waiting, time hasn't slowed down. You felt it. Years don't feel that long anymore. Birthdays come quicker. Seasons blur together. Moments you thought you had plenty of time for suddenly feel closer than you expected. Instead of moving forward, you've been shrinking, playing small, staying quiet, choosing what feels safe. But God did not design you to watch life from the sidelines. He designed you to move, even with questions, even with scars, even without guarantees. You don't need permission to live. You don't need everything to line up. You don't need to become someone else first. You just need to stop measuring your life against what the world says you should have. Because when you finally start living, something beautiful happens. You stop waking up feeling stuck in the same place. You stop replaying everything that went wrong. You stop waiting for life to feel ready. You realize you don't need perfect conditions to move forward. You just need to take the next step. Life doesn't suddenly get easy. Problems don't disappear overnight. But you're no longer stuck. You're no longer watching life happen from a distance. Life doesn't become perfect. It becomes real. And that's where God meets you. Not in the fantasy of someday, but in the courage of today. Faith isn't waiting for life to calm down. Faith is moving forward while trusting God. You only get one life, not a rehearsal, not a second draft. And the real tragedy isn't failing. It's never trying because you were afraid to move. Most of us were taught the same version of life. Get the degree, find the job, work hard, build the credit, take on the mortgage, start a family. For some people that makes sense. It gives structure, it's familiar, it's what society says is normal. But it was never meant to be the only way. Life has changed, people have changed, dreams have changed. So many people feel behind or broken, not because they failed, but because they outgrew a version of life that was never meant to define them. Some wanted different things. Some chose quieter dreams. Some followed a calling that didn't make sense to everyone else. You don't lose life by doing that. You find it. And that's not judgment. That's reality. Life isn't something you start after everything is figured out. It's something you choose now. Not reckless, but awake, present, intentional. I don't want to wait for life to slow down to live. I want to live while it's happening. You don't honor God by hiding. You honor Him by trusting Him. So live, even if it's imperfect, even if it's uncomfortable, even if it scares you. Live with faith instead of fear, with movement instead of delay, with trust instead of control. Start now, not later, not when everything gets easier, because life keeps moving, whether you're ready or not. And always remember, when you get real, God gets real.